Hey guys, it's Heinzie here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're brand new to this channel, please smash that subscribe button. It is super, super important to help us grow this awesome channel. Now, we had a great chat on the Gridsy session. Again, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Another good epic chat with our boys, Molepills and also Grid, of course. And we got a hell of a lot of Grid rage this time around. It was full on. He's not happy about some changes, guys. I haven't actually talked about any of the changes to the kits yet. I haven't talked about the Conquest changes, so we thought let's have a bit of a chat about it. And guys, strap yourself in for some epic Grid rant. I love it. Enjoy. Now, fellas.
Bro, I want to rage so bad.
Guys, it's been a hell of a week. It really has. It has been a hell of a week. Again, we've had so many changes to our game, fundamental changes that we've had for years.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
For years and years. We've had obviously the same sort of things. We've had characters come out that we've absolutely loved and adored and had fun playing with their mechanics, and all of that is gone. It's certainly been, how do I put it? Polarized is an understatement. You know what, Grid? just let rip, bro. If you don't mind, Pills, we'll come to you in a second, man. Grid wants to rant hard. I can tell. He's raging.
I'm just gonna sit here and mute and listen. Yeah.
Grid, the floor is yours, good sir. Let rip.
It's stupid. All right, look. Being what's the word? Like emotion set aside. It genuinely it really does put a, let's hear. I don't even know how to describe this, man. There is a rift. There's the Grand Canyon size of separation between free to play and Galactic Legends at this point. Now, I had a lot of fun with GAC specifically in figuring out ways that you could use non-Galactic Legends to beat Galactic Legends.
Yes.
And in Arena and in Territory Wars and all sorts of stuff. Figuring out the best way that you could utilize your roster to beat people with Galactic Legends, to beat people with, frankly speaking, people who have. And I enjoyed that. I thought it was so fun because you had to use, steep teams that were modded a very specific way to be able to maybe beat some of these Galactic Legends. And they just them. It's so bad. My Luke has 11,000 offense with a crit damage triangle. I got Grandmaster's training on him. That's 50% offense. I got Jedi's Will on him. That's 50% offense. And then he was under JML leadership. That's 30% offense. So my 11,000 offense JKL was actually bumped up to roughly 25,000 offense. And on a critical hit, did 28,000 damage. It was a disgrace. It was embarrassing. JKL is getting bumped down to like bottom of tier A, possibly tier B at this point. It is embarrassing how bad JKL is. What? Disgrace.
Arrow, bro.
Gotta get that accuracy arrow. JKL, disgrace. Watt, borderline useless. Thrawn, borderline useless. Vader over here was like, hey, this is a cool lightsaber. Let me throw it over there and go to Toys R Us and get a little plastic lightsaber and let me throw that at you. It does like 20,000 damage. It's pathetic. All of it is abysmally awful. It's horrible. I hate it. So anyways, that's all I have to say.
Okay, so again, I'll give my point in a second, but yeah, look, Pills, your thoughts overall. You have every one of these characters maxed, every one of them. Your roster is obviously one of the larger ones in the game, and you've got all the toys. If anyone's going to know how it's affected the most, it's obviously you having them all maxed out. Man, is it too much? What's your thoughts with everything? Because you've invested a hell of a lot into these guys, all of them,
I
like
have.
many of us have. And I think a lot of us might feel a little bit shortchanged here.
I I didn't give the relegate back to Vader. I'd love to hear from CG what the results of their testing of these nerfs was, because I feel I hear you, Grid, on the Luke thing. I went back to Relic 8, so with my Luke, so I'm not entirely sure how much of a drop. There was a drop off, but I don't think it's as severe as with Vader. I mean, Merciless Massacre got mercilessly massacred.
Yeah.
Dude, what Vader was doing with Merciless Massacre to other tunes is what happened to him.
His color blade is a pool noodle at this point.
It is, dude. He's like, eh. Like, ow.
So it's unfortunate.
It's a minor inconvenience at best.
Yeah, and to see that it happened to Vader and Luke, it's like daddy issues 2.0. But no, it's unfortunate. I don't think we'll see a correction, but I hope that something is broken that they're going to fix in the back end that maybe means that their testing showed it wasn't a big drop off, but something else inadvertently somewhere is causing it to be worse than it is, and they'll correct that. And maybe there's a bit of a bump, because if this is the result of their testing and they said, no, this is okay, I feel like that's a bad call.
Yeah.
Because it's too far.
Yeah. And this, I mean, but are we really surprised that, Galactic Legend Luke did get, the hit that he got? I mean, all of the characters that revolve around his kit, the mechanics and everything that rolls out that damage, most of the effect was always going to be on Luke, just due to the characters in the lineup that you would use with him generally. So are we really that surprised? I mean, yeah, look, we knew that the raid counter was going to be killed. We knew that, right? The raid counter using Vader, we knew that was dead. That's what they were aiming for. They didn't like Vader one-shotting Rey, their toy. They just didn't like that. And whether you like it or not, it was amazing theory crafting to come up with it in the first place. So kudos to the guys that even came up with all of these counters, because I know so much work goes into creating these. There's hours and hours and hours of testing and theory crafting and everything that goes into creating these counters. And I said a while ago, all that's just going to be wiped away. And I think that, guys, we're proving that's exactly what's happened here. It's a reset, straight up.
Yeah, and I'm fine. I'm fine with the change so that the Galactic, legend counters aren't there. But I can't imagine that they expected the nerf to be so severe that it doesn't even counter the next tier down, right? I mean,
yeah,
Vader's going to struggle against Darth Revan. I mean, how does that make sense?
Yeah, that's not right.
I saw there was a video of a Darth Vader who threw his Coaling Blade at a Darth Revan that had 10 stacks of ferocity plus a couple of dots and speed down. So roughly, don't quote me on it, but roughly 12 debuffs. Threw a Coaling Blade, 100,000 damage. Yeah. He just equalized and called it a day.
You love equalization. That's your favorite word. And we know you're a fan of the word equalization. I had to say it, man. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Dude, no, you're good, man. It's just like Vader's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, it was nice to see a character who wasn't a journey guide character, that was kind of this olive branch of somebody, from CG to somebody who had played the game for a long time, unlocked Darth Vader with, achievements only, or unlocked him even though he wasn't a journey guide character and not that crazy good. It was this nice kind of olive branch of a non-journey guide character who lore-wise was the biggest, baddest villain in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And now he's comparable to, like, I don't know, like Cup.
Yeah.
He's awful. He's going back to just being a character that you will put under EP lead. You can't rely on him to beat anything of his own accord. He's back to being used with EP.
Yeah. You're not going to use it at the high end. You're going to use it, unfortunately, against something like a C team sort of line, because that's the only thing you're really going to guarantee you'll be able to knock off consistently.
Yep.
I'm more concerned.
He's terrible.
I'm more concerned about something else that of course, with testing, we need to talk about how they can still take down SLKR. We know that obviously there's still a counter out there for SLKR with Luke. Is there more to come? That's because we know how much now they want to protect their Galactic Legends. Guys, we need to consider here that, yeah, we found a non-GL counter for SLKR pretty quickly. Are they going to act on that pretty quick too?
Just to throw it into this conversation, a normal gas lead 501st now beats Ray. Since gas stands up so quickly, you can time it. You can time it pretty well. That gas will stand up during Ray's ultimate, so he tanks the ultimate.
Yeah.
And then he just takes a seat, and then you just keep going.
Yeah.
So now gas 501st beats Ray in 5v5, mind you.
Yeah.
Not in threes, but in 5v5, just a normal gas 501st now beats Ray. Like, what's the where are they going to stop type of thing? Like, are they now going to address the fact that gas 501st beats Ray? Are they going to address the fact that JKR or JKL can still kind of beat SLK? Are they going to address that Darth Revan beats JML lead? Like, I don't know. I hate this whole thing.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I hate the whole thing.
And this is the well, a few people in chat have popped up. Last year's Vader rework was a huge gift from CG, which it was. It was amazing.
Yep,
now
it was.
I feel robbed because CG have taken it away, and I think the sentiment is there. I agree with that. I think when Merciless Massacre came out, we just thought, how much fun is this going to be? Like, it's just, you know, we love the hallway scene. It's one of the iconic moments of the movies, and the whole concept of using that, it was just a fun thing to throw that, you know, to throw that saber and to do the damage. It was just fun. I feel that we're losing a lot of those things that make this game fun and unique that we enjoy a lot lately, and it's gotten, dare I say it, a little bit more grindy going forward, and you're just going to have to, if you want to get ahead, shell out your card. Instead of theory crafting your way through certain scenarios. And I see that being a real disappointment and pretty annoying, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, that option of, you know, pay to win was always there. Nerfing some of these characters and then a massive change to Conquest, making it much harder, and all these feats and all these other things on top of these nerfs. I mean,
yeah, I was just going to get to that
guy when he's down.
Yeah. I was going to get to that, Pills. I'll ask you about that first, mate. Let's talk about Conquest. Mate, you're not going to get this red crate. It's going to be disgustingly difficult. It really is. They've pushed those goalposts way down now. They really have. And again, we understand that we're going to need to complete every feat to get that red crate, whereas before they built in that little bit of a buffer. You know, if you struggled on a particular feat due to a particular reason, you could still get that red crate. It was still achievable. They wanted it to be a challenge, but achievable. Now they're going, we just wanted a challenge, you know, and it's on you to make it work. And that to me is not great, Pills. What do you reckon, brother? Oh, I lost you. You there, brother?
Oh, no, there we are.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's all right.
It was a little wonky connection. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see it first before I completely. I mean, I saw the feats list. You know, I haven't studied it. The thing that was annoying about previous feats is that there were a couple at the boss level that were one was incredibly hard to get, the other was just impossible to get because of the mechanic of the boss you're going up against. Yeah. So I mean, that's a bit of a. I'm going to put a feat here which mechanically you cannot get because you cannot remove turn meter from this character, and it's a turn meter based. So stuff off.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. I'm going to reserve judgment. I hope it's not unattainable. I hope it requires the right cards, the right consumables, the right mods, the right effort, the right RNG, but it is attainable. Because it was, I mean, I think I remember when it first came out, you know, and we were talking to Gom, who had I think played around with Conquest in a beta, and he said, "Man, that red crate, good luck getting that. I mean, you know, at your account level, you should, but man, it's going to be hard." And it was a snooze.
Yeah.
And so maybe they're getting back to that where it's going to be a grindy grind. I mean, The first Conquest, I got the red crate in I think a day and a half.
Yep. Someone look.
You know?
I saw guys out there that had it in 5 hours after release.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
they had it completely done and dusted in 5 hours.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen this time, and that's okay. But yeah, I certainly have. Look, if they, this is the thing, if they bring in feats that have reduced turn meter off characters that you can't take turn meter off, we're going to have a problem here. That's going to be a huge issue. It really is. So that the feats need to be tested and make sure that they're tested 100%, because we don't want to get in there and find that there's a feat that's unattainable. And I tell you what, data discs are going to be more important than ever. There's no doubt about that, Pills. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the RNG on data discs and all that stuff, and it's going to take. I think there will be some people out there that get the red crate this time around. There will.
Yep.
And there will be within 2 Conquests a roadmap on how to do it, whether everybody can do it, whether it's a shoe-in for a 9 million plus account or it's a shoe-in for an 8.5. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be attainable.
Yeah.
It's going to get easier as Conquests go. I don't think it should be a slam dunk. I don't think you should walk your way through it with,
Oh, there is a bit of a buffer. Okay, so 680 available, 645 needed for a red crate. So there is a buffer. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's from the data mines. I didn't see that bit. I'm sorry, guys, I missed that bit. So there is a buffer. That's good. I'm pretty happy about that. Grid, your thoughts, brother? I need to know what your thoughts are on Conquest. He's off the long run today, guys. He's I can see the steam coming out of his headphones. He's not happy across the board, but dude, for someone that does like Conquest and the theory crafting around it, and you're going to need Phoenix in Sector 1 for one of the feats and stuff like that, which, you have a pretty trim roster. How much fun are you going to find out of Conquest coming forward, bro? I'm curious.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The last 3, I think it was the last 3 Galactic Conquests. I maxed out. I got the red crate, but not only did I get the red crate, I was 6 of, what are they called? Key cards?
Yep.
Whatever those little,
Viagra
whatever
pills.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever their unit was. I was 6 key cards away from 100% max. Not just max crate.
Just everything.
I mean, everything.
Yeah.
The only feats I missed was the removing 700% turn meter from gas.
Yep.
And getting 10 critical hits in a row on the SLKR.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 feats in the entirety of Conquest that I missed. 3 out of 3 on every single battle. Max feats on every single sector boss. Every single feat in every single sector. I did all of it. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the challenge of trying to figure out how to make your roster do a certain thing, or how to tune your roster with either feats, or sorry, not feats, mods, or key cards, or sorry, not key cards,
the
consumables,
Yep.
or consumables to make it so your roster could do a certain thing to get these feats. I found it fun, but now just straight up, they're like, use Phoenix. You want me to use my Gear 8 Phoenix because they're bull? I'm never gonna invest in them. Like,
Hey,
come on.
I got like 7 Phoenix, bro.
You do. You do. You're a mad lad. But, like, I'm just like, what the fuck? You're not coming up with like an interesting way to make some of these feats difficult to obtain, or like kind of grindy.
Yep.
You're purposefully choosing a bullshit faction to say, go beat people with this faction. Nobody invest in Phoenix until they're like 8-9 million GP because they're hot trash.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to? Anyways, I hate it. I need another drink.
Yes, we definitely do.
It's so sad. I'm not looking for the next like 3 to 6 months of Suico, dude. Oh.
Okay, so the word of the day is grindy. It really is, which is something that we don't want at all. No player wants this game to be grindy. There's a lot going on already in the game, and I'm very happy that they're going to be making the making the assault battle simmable, and obviously they're going to be making the Sith raid simmable soon. Probably, one of the most broken raids that we've had. So I'm very happy that they're both going to be simmable at some point soon, which I'm very happy about myself. But I tell you, the last couple of conquests, I don't know about anyone else here, you guys, but I found it really, really grindy. I just found it a real chore. It's not something that I enjoyed the first few times. Not because it was new, but because we were doing things with our characters and our roster that you could not do anywhere else. Like we were doing, maximum cooldowns with deployable cooling systems. And I know it was broken, and I know everyone's going to say it never should have had it. And look, I get all that. But one thing you can't tell me is it wasn't fun using it and mucking around with it and chucking it on troopers and just having your troopers go over and over and over and over again and doing fun stuff like that. Or using, Phoenix where, Ezra kept taking 150 turns, because you're not going to see that anywhere else unless you come up against it as an enemy, PvE style. I just found that we just had fun. We were mucking around with stuff, and it is a game after all, guys. I'm hoping we haven't forgotten about that a little bit. And again, I'm really concerned that it's just going to be one of those things that's going to become a chore, and it's going to, turn people away. And none of us want that. None of us need that. But yeah, Pills, anything else to add on that? Do you think the same or different? What's your opinion on?
No,
on that?
it was for sure grindy. The last couple, I took the whole 2 weeks to do it, because I would literally do it for like an hour. Once my energy was done, I'd park it away for a day and a half until my energy was banked back up, and then go back in, because it was just, it was like, it was like doing the Galactic War equivalent, right?
Yeah.
It was lame, but they revamped it significantly. I know there's a lot of angst about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conjecture, rumor out there. A lot of people probably are down on what it might be because of these nerfs and other changes. So let's just wait and see. And come Monday, our fears will either be proven or disproven.
Yep, that's fair enough. Absolutely. Grid, your thoughts as well. Look, something that I would really like is that if you do achieve the red crate, I'd like to get the reward straight away instead of waiting the days down the track to get it. And logistically, I don't know if it's possible or not. But, Grid, would you prefer that if you did get the red crate and you achieved that top thing, you could get your stuff immediately and bring it in?
Yeah.
Like get some
it's
sort of...
stupid.
Yeah. Get some sort of an advantage for finishing it sooner than the time,
Yeah, give us the red crate right away as soon as you achieve it. Otherwise, you get it when the event's over. Otherwise, if you achieve max rank, you get it right away. They're bringing in like a Molly, they're bringing in JMK, they're bringing in all this stuff, and it's so stupid.
Man, I
hate the feats. I hate that. Like, this was supposed to be a fun way to experience the game in a way that you never experienced it before. To be able to use like the deployable cooling systems and just like have fun with it. I said that a lot during those first couple of sector rounds. It was fun. It was fun. You didn't expect it to be difficult. You couldn't just get it nilly-willy, but you could have fun with it. And then it became a grind. And now I'm borderline not wanting to do it because of how steep the grind is. Like, it's so bad. The feats are stupid. The sector bosses are stupid. I'm just like, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. No, I know. And look, I think what we can see on camera right now is exactly how a lot of the player base feel. You're not alone on this. I think a lot of people are just really frustrated. And and I think for someone who is really the thing that this hurts the most, like anything, is a lot of the theory crafters, the changes that have been made, guys that can make something out of nothing. Like use these strange teams, these strange combinations and mechanics to their advantage to achieve, wins and victories that you would never expect you could do. And we're losing all of that. And I feel for the guys that are spending the time and the hours putting all these combinations together to give themselves and a small minority of people that use them. Let's be clear, not everyone uses them. If you're smart enough to use it and you have things dialed in, it works for you. It's not a guaranteed win every time. I've been caught out myself in the past, with things like that when RNG still hasn't gone your way, definitely. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty rough, guys. It is pretty rough. And we're going to have to adapt pretty quickly to it, but there's going to be plenty of videos that are going to let us know if something works or something doesn't, right?
That's for sure. I'll tell you what does look good.
Mm-hmm.
Maul's kit. Holy
yes,
Jesus.
It does.
I'll tell you what looks good. Fuck you.
He's not talking to me. Let's be clear. He's definitely not talking to me. There's no doubt about that. But Maul's kit looks ripped. I mean, it's the equivalent, of course, of
You
Cat.
can hold on to that one all night.
I'm looking forward to him making 5 moves in a row and just deleting people. It's just going to be fun. Getting the anguish up and running and getting that going and cranking out that anguish. It is going to be insanely fun. It really is. But, I mean, we're only going to... Is he going to be plug and play, like using him... Are we just going to use him with Lord Vader guys, or are we going to use him everywhere else? Man, are you going to actually use him with Mandos or not? Like,
No,
what do you think?
I think it's like Cat, right? Where it's like, works with scoundrels. Ooh, hey, there's some great BAM teams with Cat. Get stuffed. We're not putting her. I mean, she's sitting right where she's sitting. Like, I mean, come on, me. I mean, why would you rob her of that one ability? You put Kenobi's ability on her, then you get to use the Force Leap right away, and then you're off to the races. Why would you do anything else unless you had to?
Yeah.
So, and I get the Cat with Wraith thing and threes, whatever, but I couldn't give two wet about threes.
Yeah. Good question,
this
actually.
Three is GAC. I'm setting one team and one team only, and it's a team of Tuskens, and that's it.
Straight up. Grid, there's a good question I need to ask you, man. It's popped up in chat. Our boy Loki's in there at the moment. Guys, we're filming this live on Twitch, by the way, right now. Maul is 1 speed slower than Cat. How are you going to stop her from annihilating turn 1?
That's a great... That popped into my head, too. I'm like, well, that's going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, you won't. You'll just have a pre-taunt.
You have to.
And yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have a pre-taunt that Commander Tana is gonna waste her annihilate on.
So you're going to use Sith Empire Trooper or something like that, something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, 90% sure that's gonna be Sith Empire Trooper.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah,
I mean,
so
there's just
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You need to
Pretty straightforward.
There's your answer. I like it.